How are you good folks doing? How are y'all doing today? I pray all is well. Um, we are currently at 218 subscribers. Yay, subscribers! Go subscribers! Go subscribers! Go subscribers! Hey, welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for subscribing. Um, Seems like we get a new subscriber every uh, couple of days or every day, other day. And it averages out to be a subscriber a day almost, I think, every day. Because sometimes we get more than one subscriber. And so for the days that we did not receive a new subscriber, it makes up for it. So it averages out to be about one a day, one subscriber a day. Thank you so much for patronizing the content on this channel. We have not gotten any negative feedback concerning the content on the channel. And likewise, we have not gotten any positive uh, feedback all the same. Now, when we're speaking about deeds and documenting deeds, people need to understand that your deeds are not uh, just a piece of paper. Welcome. We have 18 in the room, in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes. Welcome. Many of the people that are in this space seeking information concerning documents and uh, getting remedy uh, through whatever process you choose to use, there are different avenues that you can pursue to get remedy. Welcome, including but not limited to court. But all of those processes are considered a court process. A court process, meaning they all follow the same rules. All the processes follow the same rules. You must document your deeds. Or if you're making a claim that someone else has performed a deed that is a violation of your rights in some kind of way, your right to equity or your right to interest in equity, then you must document at what point did you did it come to your attention that they were in violation, so that we can document properly when the offense occurred and say, for example, if you want to document how long it took them to respond, or they did not respond, or document the fact that they did not respond, you would document how long it's been since your initial complaint was filed with them, or how long it's been since you sent them a cease and desist notice, and how long after that notice did they continue the actions which prompted the cease and desist. Um, if they continue the same actions, then you can document the notice, and tentatively you can process a complaint stating that from this day forth they were aware, and so that constitute as negligence in the court of law, and that information can be used to state your claim of negligence. People need to understand negligence, the claim of negligence is just as strong as a claim that somebody did something. It is just as strong of a case to make that someone did not do what they have an obligation to do. So a lot of times people say somebody did something to them, discriminated, or violated their constitutional right, uh, what have you. And they never do mention the act of negligence that on the person's part, because they're not even aware of what that person is responsible to do or to not to do. And so it's very important to understand deeds. You got to understand deeds. Deeds is not just a piece of paper. Deeds are the things that you do. The things that they did. Those are deeds. And just like, or similarly situated to transferring ownership of property, requires for you to document the deeds. The deeds done. What was done, who gave who what, and did the person have permission to do that, and so forth. It's all documented. It has to be very thoroughly documented, as a matter of fact. Most specifically, when mortgages are created, there are a lot of legal ramifications that go into play of negligence if the person or involved in the conveyance of a property neglect to fulfill their fiduciary duties in that process. For example, if your realtor is acting up and acting unprofessional, uh, not acting in your best interest, they have a fiduciary duty to do so. And so a lot of people don't even think to make a claim against the realtor, because the realtor is acting unprofessional and or neglecting their duty to serve you in their capacity, what they are licensed to do, which means they have been given sufficient enough information in their training for them to serve you, and they are not utilizing that information on your behalf. It's no different than a lawyer. A real estate agent is very, very similarly situated as a lawyer, even if they're not a real estate lawyer. If they are a real estate agent, they have the fiduciary duty placed upon them automatically from their license. It don't come from you. That duty comes at any time they make contact with the public and accepted you as their client, and y'all signed the contract stating that they will be your representative. Their duty didn't start there. It started before you signed the contract, because they have a duty to inform you before you even sign the contract. So in that regard, they're responsible for their duties to the public. Okay? So even if that's not your real estate agent, they have a duty to the public. Uh, it could be somebody else's real estate agent that's a violation. I have a case I'm pursuing right now. Who is this asking this belligerent question? Hold on, baby. I got something for you. I'm finna block the shit out of you. Don't come on this broadcast with that bullshit. It's who high. I don't get high. Get your dumb ass off my channel. That's what you do. Don't come over here asking no stupid questions. You'll get yourself blocked. Don't come over here with no stupid ass questions, man. You'll get yourself blocked fucking with me, man. I'm telling you now. To everybody else who came in polite and respectful, thank you. Welcome. But whoever his name, who was that? The old troll ass name. Live, live, laugh, and love. That question they had nothing to do with nothing. And you need a real name on my channel, or else I don't have very much respect for you. And that's how you got blocked. I ain't got no problems with blocking a troll. Now, if you was a real person and you an adult, then you should have some understanding that the broadcast was about. Whatever the broadcast is about, you can come in and ask questions along those lines. Don't come in asking none of my personal business, because I didn't offer that to you. Don't come in asking none of my motherfucking personal business. That's rude and disrespectful. Like you get in somebody's car and they giving your bitch ass a ride. See, that's what I'm talking about, deeds. Right here. You expect for the banks to be honorable, but you dishonorable in your deeds. And somebody get in your vehicle and you're supposed to just be giving them a ride, and they start asking you all kind of questions about your car. How much you paid for this? How much your notes is? Where you get this from? That ain't none of your damn business. Is you gonna pay for the car? No. Shit. That ain't none of nobody damn business, man. Come on, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, please. That's how y'all make my bipolar slip out. Coming on my broadcast with that bullshit ass and shit, they ain't none of your damn business. I'm sure you got some business you can divulge. You probably need some help with. That's what this broadcast is for. Getting the answer to that question ain't going to help you with nothing. You just, all you're going to do is see how stupid I am to answer. Okay, the answer to that is I'm not stupid at all. I'm not answering none of your motherfucking questions. I block the shit out you, get you up off my channel so you don't ask no more motherfucking questions on this channel. Out of all the questions you can ask, why in the hell you want to know what did he say? Am I getting high or am I high or some shit? The fuck? Get your bitch ass on. I'm sober enough to know you stupid. That part. I'm sober enough to know you ain't got enough sense to ask a decent question relevant to the topic. I'm sober enough to know you's a bitch nigga need to be blocked. The fuck you asking my personal business for? I share enough information here online that could be of assistance to the public. Anything else ain't none of your motherfucking business. Did I do my announcements for this broadcast? First thing first, no minors allowed on this channel. Don't subscribe. And no minors allowed on this broadcast. This broadcast is for adults only. Because that sounds like a question of a child asking grown folk business. If you're a minor, leave. You're not welcome. If you're an adult, welcome. Please carry yourself accordingly. Because if you ask a minor question, you will be blocked as if you are a minor. Because if you look like a minor, talk like a minor, act like a minor, I'm blocking it. Are we clear? Are we clear? Let's be clear. We got to be clear on that. Welcome. How y'all doing today? I had to address the bitch nigga in the room because the bitch nigga in the room is always the loudest one. Always the one want to do some extra shit. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate participation, but I want y'all to understand and know that anything won't do, okay? Can't just say anything on this broadcast. You can say anything, but hey, the consequences, whatever, repercussions go with it, okay? You say whatever you want to say. But it's also up to me how I'm going to take it and how I'm going to respond to your shenanigans. Some stuff ain't none of your motherfucking business. Nah, I tell y'all a lot of uh, my personal business already. And so, as far as like when I give examples and so forth, they are real life experiences and real cases and litigation. If I speak about a case, uh, and so that's enough. Enough is enough. Okay. All the rest of the details ain't none of your damn business. You're being rude to even ask. Just rude, all out rude. We was already discussing deeds. And how deeds is the things you do, things you say, how you acted, where you went, how long did you stay, what did you do when you was there, you know. Uh, I really don't even understand how or at what point did deeds become a document. But a lot of people understand deeds to be like a deed to your house, which is a document. Okay, it's a documentation of how you uh, was granted ownership of that property. By what means? By what method? By what actions were taken to transfer or convey the rights to you as the owner. And so they even separated the deeds from the title. Now, how they managed to do that um, is a head scratcher as well. Um, I do understand that land and the house on the land or structures on situated on the land, permanent structures or whatever situated on the land, are even if they're permanent, they are still uh, separate as far as um, the improvements on the land are listed as such, because the improvements on the land um, are totally different purchase than um, the land itself. In other words, you may purchase the land, all right, and it has a house on it at the time that you purchased it. But perhaps the seller was not selling you the house. They're only selling you the land, so you all have some type of underwriting in your conveyance of the land property. You may have some type of underwriting that states that uh, you both have agreed that the seller will remove uh, the structure from the property by a certain date or whatever. Uh, or you have some kind of legal um, right to charge them uh, for leaving the structure there after that time period. Um, I'm just saying, for example, if that were the situation, I'm using that as an example because people think the home goes with the land, but the home don't go automatically go with the land. It has to be all uh, written that you're purchasing the land and the improvements on the land. If it's a gate there and it's permanent, the owner can't then later say, just come and uproot the gate and say, oh, this didn't come with the property. I'm taking this gate to one of my other properties. Hold on now. That's an improvement on the land. And so uh, it should have been named on the deed uh, as fixed because it's affixed to the property as an improvement on the land. And if you have the understanding that that goes with the house, then there needs to be some written understanding if it does not, if it's not included. Otherwise, it can be quite a bit of a discrepancy going on if the seller come over there and start disassembling the gate. It can be a situation on hand, and a lot of times the police officers are so unknowledgeable and they act unlawfully in interfering with situations like that. And when they come out on the scene, they don't know how to properly mediate. Now, they supposed to tell that person, hey, this is a civil matter. If you have a right to this gate, you need to show some documentation that you have a right to this gate. Otherwise, I'm going to have to side with the new owner. But it's some police officers uh, that come out and try to adjudicate the case on the scene and everything else. I had to tell the last officer came out for a situation I was dealing with. Y'all told me on the phone, y'all can't handle this because it's a civil matter, but you can come out here and act against me on a civil matter, but you can't come and help me on a civil matter. Mm. Well, for people who is discouraging people for taking action on things like that, it seems like to you it's a small case, but it's not a small case when it's your shit, okay? And uh, people that ain't never had nothing, you can't get no advice from them. They don't have nothing. They ain't got nothing. They ain't planning to get nothing, and they ain't gonna never have nothing. Why would you take advice from a nothing ass person? Because what kind of advice could they give you? A lot of times, people who have never pursued anything is because they live in fear. They too scared to even get anything, much less get something to keep. They don't have enough unction about themselves to even want to have nothing. So why would they give you any advice to keep what you have? And you done already surpassed them in understanding it just to want it, just to even have something. Uh, Even if you was willed some property or uh, a financial estate, and it was just given to you. Well, that type of person that would discourage you concerning uh, your right to ownership is still applicable. That if they don't have anything, they ain't never been willed nothing. They don't have no inheritance or even seeking. I mean, uh, in the market to ever have anything. Uh, they not seeking to have nothing of their own. Uh, Much less uh, be in any type of state of benefactor to somebody else's assets. So, what kind of information or knowledge or anything concerning that could they give you? Uh, that also refers to, I mean, and is applicable to advice from people who only buy things on credit. Well, a person who only buys things on credit or that have purchased their house via mortgage is a damn fool. Okay, and they don't even know they a damn fool. So what information could they? I had people say, I done bought 2 houses. I know how it go. And I said to myself, no, I think I said it to them. But I said to myself, for sure, that this is an idiot. Because if from the time when you purchased your first house, you purchased your first house, it was your first house. You had an excuse, you had a reason why you purchased that house without any knowledge about property or equity or anything like that down. But once you, by your own admission, say you done purchased more than one property in this same manner, now I deem you as an idiot with property. Okay, you're just an idiot. You're still an idiot. Because you didn't learn nothing between buying the first one and buying the second one. Now you want to pop off at the mouth, tell somebody like you know all about real estate, and all you know how to do is be screwed over by the real estate people. That's not the same as having knowledge on the subject. You only know how to get screwed. So you can't offer any uh, wisdom concerning that matter because you don't have none. All you know is how to get screwed over because that's exactly what happened. If it took you 15 years to buy your house, then it took you 15 years too damn long. And then you went and got in another loan for 15 more years. That just means you're a double dummy. That you double down on your dummy activity, on your dumb deeds. You double down on your on your on your double on your dummy deeds. That's all that means. That don't mean you know nothing about real estate. That don't mean you know nothing about estates. That don't mean you know anything about buying property. Else you could have known, you could have had probably brought your property with the down payment that you put down. You bought the whole house with that. So since you didn't know that even the second time around, that just means you're a dummy. You're just a dummy with some money to push around, for them to push you around, and you had to comply and do what they say because you're stupid. Okay? You're not smart for buying two houses. You're just double time stupid. If you didn't pay for that house cash money, then just shut up and listen. Don't offer nobody no advice on nothing because you don't know shit. You're a crash dummy. Some people just really think they be knowing stuff. They just always want to talk when the subject come up about things like that. And try to pretend like to other people like they really is in the know. But meanwhile, they is the crash dummy of the century. And when I hear tell of somebody saying, I try to help them, and they say, oh no, I don't need your help. I got a lawyer. That shit is so funny. That shit funny as hell. I just be laughing at them. They try to make themselves sound so clever. Oh yeah, I got somebody to trump your knowledge on this topic. I got a lawyer. Well, baby, your lawyer Knowledge of the situation may trump mine in your mind. But in reality, they lawyers be giving them the runaround. And so I be trying to get them remedy right away. They don't want it. They want to trust in that lawyer giving them the runaround. And so I just laugh at them. Tell them, run, Forrest, run. Run, Forrest, run. If you want the runaround, I suggest you get your ass to running. Because you need to exercise. Walk 'em, apparently. You need the life exercise. Somebody put your ass on the run. Because you're stupid. And it's not nobody else's responsibility to unstupid you. You got to want to unstupid yourself. Why would you even want to be in this type of predicament after somebody done given you knowledge that you don't have to? Well, stupid. That's why I say you have a right to be stupid if you want to be stupid. So run. Get to running. They put you on that Ferris wheel, you better get to chucking. Run, Forrest. Run. Somebody try to help you. And they tell you you don't have to work. I wouldn't listen to them. I wouldn't listen to them because even the Bible says if a man don't work, he don't need to eat. Now, if they telling you that you can get more benefits than what you are aware of due to the circumstances of you working on a job and what that implies, then you might want to listen up because they're trying to help you. And that's the difference. When people are offering help, a lot of times people don't see that it's help because you got these know-it-alls running around giving misinformation. And then they'll follow the person giving them misinformation and then tell another person that's giving them the correct information, oh no, I don't want to be bothered with that because of what happened. I listened to this person and they said this and they said that. But what was that person's character, though? And a lot of times those people be vague and they're not very specific and stuff. Are you considering that? You know, you didn't learn nothing by learning to just disbelieve everybody that's trying to help you. That's not learning nothing. That's learning to be stupid. Because you have placed everybody's advice in the same category, whether they vetted or unvetted. Matter of fact, you ain't vetting nobody. You just putting everybody on a disregard list. That's stupid. In my opinion, that's stupid. Because even the dumbest comment I have found can possibly have some truth in it. And so that's why the old folks used to say, take everything with a grain of salt. And what that means is you may not take them word for word and just believe them emphatically based upon their word. But if they telling you something uh, that can be verified, you may want to check into it at least before you uh, disregard what they have to say. Real talk, man. Y'all see my Mr. Potato Head. I got a Mr. Potato Head case. My card, that's what I got my cards in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. I done went through these. I done went through these organizing. It's a lot of people don't even love their mothers because their mothers give them terrible advice. They love their mothers, but their mothers give them terrible advice. And so they don't, I'll put it this way, they don't value what their mother says because their mother is known for being irrational, uninformed, and some more shit. Okay? And that's realistic. Some people not up with the times. I know my daddy told me it was a place around the corner that had storages for $30, he said. Now, I was smart enough to know Daddy don't keep up with times. And so you might not can go off that information he got. Okay. Because Daddy don't keep up with the times. But he's going around telling people it ain't enough that he is not keeping up with the times for himself. But the fact that he's arrogant enough to think his opinion is all right to share. I don't know when the last time he even came up on that information, y'all. But you barely can get a storage built like a closet, bigger than a closet for that price. Okay. And that's that scenario happens all the time where people give people outdated information. And they riding their high horse thinking they so smart and so clever. All right. These are the cards that I'm seeing here. What do I see in that card? Well, I see things just not adding up. It's just not adding up. We all familiar with the term make it make sense. Make it make sense. Well, what do I see? What do I see? And when you put the scope on things, see how he got his little eye spectacle? When you put a closer scope on things, you can see what's really going on in the picture. And one surefire way to get, yeah, he may be a little kid, but he's bigger than that little horse thing, right? That's how some adults is. They riding a high horse, but it's a little toy horse that they sitting upon. Hotel tap room. What is that? See how I ask questions? What is a tap room? When people give you information, you ask questions, they ain't got no answer to it, you know they full of shit. Okay? They well done ran dry. Yeah, they well done ran dry. They well done ran dry. See that well supposed to have water dripping down. I don't got no water on it. The well done ran dry. They ain't got no more information for you, baby. The reason they don't got no more information for you is because One thing, they was hoping you didn't ask no further questions, just take them at their word. When they playing games. Mm. This is second set. Come out. Alright. What do I see in that picture? What do I see in this picture? Is somebody trying to have a tower moment at your expense? They playing silly games, being it's like a child working witchcraft. Look at that. What do you see? Playing games. It's not to be played with. Okay? These are people's lives. And your innocence is equivalent to the innocence of a child. That's the black and white of the situation. If somebody's misinforming you and you were dependent upon them giving you valid information and they misinforming you, and they see, look how she can barely see. She got her glasses on. She's trying to see. And by the man being taller in the back, she could hope that he would share with her what he can see, what's in his view, what's in his purview. What does he know? What can he see beyond what she can see? So if you're telling somebody misinformation when they're relying upon that information, that's deception on its face. So if you get some flack back from a creditor or the homeowner association or whatever, I see somebody dealing with the homeowners associations causing them problems, has them like feeling like they're not even an adult, locked in a cage in the home they bought, okay? Or even if you're renting, okay? This person may be a renter, but you feel caged in by the homeowners association. That means they're usurping authority over you that they should not. Because any type of restrictions should be limited to breach of your enjoyment. Once you feel like this, like you're a caged animal in your own home, where you pay rent, or where you pay for your mortgage, or you own that property fair and square, and you're being caged in by the homeowners association, that is a violation of your liberty. And you could be a little she-wow-wow and talk shit about it and don't do nothing. Let them kick you around like I'll kick the shit out of she-wow-wow. Because he ain't doing nothing but talking. All right? Now, when you have a force driving you and you want to leave an inheritance for your kids, you think your kids want that house where you already in bondage? No, they don't. There you go. Or chihuahua looking like you don't even know why somebody wants to kick you. Okay? When all you doing is complaining about shit, and you sitting on the couch and talking to everybody about it, posting it on Facebook, all your fucking problems on Facebook where can't nobody help you, but they can share in your misery and tell you how horrible their homeowners association is. And y'all all like little chihuahuas. Y'all can't do nothing about it. Like, if somebody breaking in your house, your little chihuahua probably can't do shit about it. If the robber kicked the shit out of him, he's so tiny, he barely might not even get back up after he kick him, depending on how hard he kick. But he can kick your chihuahua into the next neighborhood. And that's how they do you. They kick you around because they feel like if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, you deserve it. And I feel the same way. I believe they supposed to kick you around if you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I'm peaceful and tranquil in solitude in that. The Bible say the kingdom of God suffers violence, but the violent take it by force, meaning they take it by right of authority. See that? That don't show chaos or destruction. That show you the course of the river is supposed to flow. People that don't want to take action don't understand about the course of the river. The course of the river is supposed to flow. Some companies don't respond to your legal inquisitions because they want you to sue them. They may capitalize on cases. So people that always tell you, oh, don't sue, I don't worry about suing. Them the people that's stagnant. See right here, where the water is not moving, it's stagnant. And that's where a lot of germs and stuff fester, where the water is stagnant and not moving. Have to keep that water moving and flowing both directions. And that's how you keep money, currency flowing, is by court cases. So the people who are not aware of that and have been taught not to sue or put in fear by some other idiot that's unknowledgeable and incompetent concerning the law and the laws of God and the principles that's laid down in the Bible, actually, as to how to handle certain matters. Um, and especially something as serious as a home or property. You definitely, that's how you eat. You understand? Anything having to do with you eating good, that's your enjoyment of life. Anything, you know, that contribute to how you live, then you have every right to litigate that or pursue action and remedy on that situation. What do we have here? Mm. This one of those things you don't have to read between the lines. The message is very clear. You don't have to read between the lines. Can you see that raccoon in the picture? It's kind of difficult to see because of the coloring of the picture. But there's a raccoon there. And that's how a lot of times uh, the culprit or the reason that you're experiencing displeasure, it's not very clear. See how you can't even see the raccoon in the picture, but he there. And that's why an investigation of what actually transpired in that secured credit transaction, what actually transpired between the parties involved. Uh, were, were you fully aware of your contractual obligations? And were you fully aware that in an agreement there's supposed to be equal and equitable interest? And if you don't know what equal and equitable is, you don't need to be signing no contracts. You in fairy tale land. Now, even if you did sign on that dotted line, yeah, and you had no clue what was going on, there's an out for you. Yes, it is. There's an out for you. They're gonna try to see how that see how that man is trying to rub on that zebra and comfort him and everything. That's how they're gonna do you. They're gonna make you think, hey, you got good credit. Don't mess with that. You got good credit. Just keep on paying. Don't mess with that. How some people say, don't leave well enough alone. They say, leave well enough alone. Mm-hmm. Leave well enough alone. That's one of the sayings that people have when they want you to become stagnant and not flowing. They want you to be stagnant. Okay. Currency. This is a depiction of flowing currency. Currency flowing, moving, and all the greenery You see all the greenery around it, where it's flowing to. It's flourishing. All right. And it's letting you know that's equivalent to how you eat. Is how shows for how your currency is flowing. How well are you eating? See, this is the message that I'm giving to you through these chords by reading in between the lines. What is being said and what's not being said in these depictions of reality, what's going on, or not even just depiction of reality, the depiction of the theory or concept that I'm sharing with you all. That's fairy tale lane right there. Fairy tale lane. Do you want to accept your reality that your situation may not be as destitute as you thought? Or did you want to just skip down the bare sidewalk? Look at how that lacking scenery. Ain't no kind of comfort there or anything. Just the make-believe of enjoyment. And that's what a lot of people doing with these homeowners associations controlling their lives. They just pretending, oh, I live in the upper echelons of the community. We can't do this and we can't do that. Bitch, if you got all the motherfucking restrictions on you of what you can and can't do where you live, then that's not the upper echelons. That sounds like prison. Prison is where they restrict adults from doing things of enjoyment. So who you playing silly games with yourself? All right, y'all. That's the end of this broadcast for right now. I appreciate y'all joining me. But we gonna end on that note.